Okay. Why do I always have to start these things? By the way, I don't play ukulele. Welcome to our living room. Oh, that was the wrong one to do. Venus, I think you better get up here and get this started. I've already made just a mess of it. Okay. Are we not live? Are we not live? Uh-oh. Does that mean we're not? So there was a time when I started playing ukulele. It was a little bit after Christmas of 2018 because Venus gave me a ukulele for Christmas. But then I had to go back to teaching and I stopped practicing ukulele. So, and you know, I don't even remember what I knew when I was practicing it. Am I on? Great. Okay. 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 Anthony's going to check it. And here is our little home sweet home. I could show you some of the things on our mantle. It's so dusty. This is Xena Warrior Princess on her horse, Argo. I think that's the name of the horse. I can't believe I forgot the name of the horse. I think it's Argo, though really it's a Johnny West horse. Yeah. Oh, can you see the comment? Oh, good. You can be the person doing it. Okay, so Anthony's going to be the chatter. So Anthony is watching your comments. I can't see them from the broadcaster for some reason. I could last time. I don't know why. Yes, I was working to get everything set up. We got actually 3 cameras now. See if Lynette. Oh, and I broke my own rule. My own rule is not to put the wine next to my laptop. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as I said, I'm exploring 10 Bones songs. I have again, this whole thing has been a challenge for me because I'm learning these songs I haven't played for a long time, and it's fun, but I'm like, wow, some of these are really hard to play. And I haven't developed all of them into acoustic versions, so I'm going to just play with them and see how it goes. So here we go. This first one. Oh, and here's my 10 Bones. You can see it there. That's the last band album. Oh, wrong camera. Okay, here we go. Side camera. I don't know what camera. But so yes, and I've got to do another run. They're hand screened. I just sold out of the last run that I did, so I have to do a new run of that hand screening. And now I've got time, so why not? And I'm going to do probably about 25 of them, and I'll say when they're ready, when they're for sale. Yes. Okay, here we go. I saw death today, as still and cold as clay. Help won't find a way, and distant angels sway. I saw hate once more, a stark and troubled whore. She slams a distant door and ravages this war. I don't understand. I've lost it again. I'm building on sand. Hey, is madness a plan? I saw apathy, and with this lion lay, what future will decay? What crisis held at bay? And when our hearts are sore and ragged fill this shore, what damages ignore? What bloody blinded score? I don't understand. I've lost it again. I'm building on sand. Hey, is madness a plan? I saw courage still, with restitutions filled, a set determined will. What damaged dreams can kill? I saw hope begin, and precious is this win, a knowledge crystalline still walks a line so thin. brightness of plan. So yes, I need my highest E string needs some setup work, and of course we can't do anything about that because we can't go into a repair place now. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get that. That lead was a little skinnier than normal. But you know, and bangs and hair and everything, we're all managing. All right, let's see. I have a couple. Which other one will I? Oh, let's see. Maybe I'll do this one. So, are people talking? Okay, good. Are they happy? um, oh, is it? Yeah, no, it's all Anthony is watching it. So, we can say something and it comes up, but you just can't see the response. So it'll be a little tricky. All right, so this one. So over the last 2 days, I've been working at like relearning the chords, and I play drop D, which that means the low E string is tuned down to match. And so the chords I play, I kind of make them up. So I have to memorize them. They're not regular chords. This one is a little trickier. Oh, did you get it to work? Kind of? Yay, okay. Okay, this one is called The Courage, again, off of 10 Bones. Torn white moonlight, snow-shod streetlights. Find your balance like a suicide. Where's your lover? Serious shudder. Such a lonely place, such a distant trace. Ice keeps falling, stars keep falling. Mark your presence like to crucify. Where's that shelter? Trashed and skelter. Such a hectic place, such a fast-paced race. Standing on the sidewalk, in the doorway. What's the future? What's the next play? Take the sadness, take discourage, take the madness, take the the courage. Rush that power like a star-struck tower, but it cracks your dream like to justify, and it strikes you crazy, and you drink till lazy, and you give up hope, nothing left to cope. Now it's lay me down into the cold, cold ground. You think before you wake, you'll give your soul to take. And though you plan to die, a loaded 45, instead you fall asleep, still have your soul to keep. Standing on a sidewalk in the doorway, what's the future? What's the next play? Take the sadness, take discourage, take the madness, keep the courage. All right, how are we doing on time? 18 minutes in? Okay, so at 9 o'clock, we're going to shift over to Patreon, and we're going to do the second set there. So if you, and I made the tiers only $2. You have to do a tier through Patreon, but I made the cheapest one, the $2 tier. And if you haven't joined, you could still do it. Just go to follow on the YouTube and go there, and it's just $2, and then you get all of these shows there. So, well, we're all hurting, of course. So, well. I haven't been able to get my unemployment check yet, being a gig worker. Anybody else? Oh, the monthly one. The one-time one. The one-time government check, yeah. That's going to be spent in a couple of days for me on rent and everything. But buys a month. Okay. Do you want to come up and read? Or should I do one more? Okay. Well, let's see. The interesting thing about here's an interesting story. Well, it's a story in general. We toured right after we got done with 10 Bones, and we thought, okay, we learned all the songs, we built up a set, and we did all new songs, and we went on the tour, and we started to realize people didn't know the songs at all, and they were waiting for us to do the classic ones that they love to dance to and jump around to. And we were somewhere in New Mexico, and our usual crowded crowd that would go kind of nuts when we'd perform were all just kind of like very polite but very calm, and then they kind of wandered away to get alcohol. And it was like, oh, I get it now. So I turned around and talked to the band. And at that time, it was LaFreak on bass and Jazz on drums. And I turned around and I told them, all right, we got to change this. So I just started calling out the classic songs that we used to do, the big headbanger songs. And and we got them back and we saved the night just by the skin of our teeth. But I will not do that again. I will be. We have a core set that we do, and then we'll bring in the new songs just bit by bit, but not all at once. So tonight you're getting all of them. So I'm sorry if we're not doing your favorite songs. I know, I just failed. Okay. All right, all right. Well, I pray. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. This one is called Alchemy. Okay, I gotta get my note right. I need you to break my heart, 'cause it's bitter taut, it's torn apart. Go break my bones, but do not start. I need you to touch my soul, 'cause it's cracked up cold, no diamond soul. This pressure test can't be so cold. I'm flying, maybe that's the catch. I'm crying, feeling such a wedge. I don't need this alchemy, not this disarray. Don't be this way, I'll punch that wall. Why won't you stay? I need love to be my guide, be it on my side. This awful pride, go shake my brains, I can't decide. I need you to break my heart, I need you to break my heart, I need you to break my heart. I need love to hold my hand. Would I make this plan? Adrenaline, don't tear apart, don't understand. I need you to break my heart, I need you to break my heart, I need you to break my heart, I need you to break my heart. I'm flying, maybe that's the catch. I'm lying, nothing but a scratch. I need you to manifest, just as coalesce. I can't express, I love my hurt, but hurt won't guess. Break my heart, not just torn apart, destructive art. Go break my soul, I need this spark. All right, that one is like I did like the synth part, and I did uh, the lead part, and I did the slide part, and it was a lot I tried to cram into that song. I'm going to invite Lynette up now.
By the way, I messed up the transitions. They're going too fast. They're not those lovely, smooth. I tried to fix them, and I think I made it worse, or maybe I don't know what. What did I do? Ah. Okay, so I hope it was okay for me to do that, honey. Venus and I saw a documentary on David Bowie last week, 5 years. It's really good. It's supposedly about the last 5 years of his life and his basically secretly recording some of his albums and not letting anybody know until they just dropped. But it actually covers a lot more than just the last 5 years, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I'm in a David Bowie mood, so I'm going to read some David Bowie poems, and here we go. This one's called Radio Girls. Oh, and by the way, this is my greatest hit. Radio girls want to fall asleep with someone singing in their ears. Radio girls all developed huge crushes on David Bowie, and some never got over it. Radio girls are nearly inconsolable. Radio girls would rather go blind than remove their earbuds. Radio girls say, "Dream crusher, what have you done for me lately?" Radio girls shout syllables rapidly into microphones, shocking their lips and channeling Patti Smith. Radio girls have dark circles under their eyes, but it might be from smeared mascara. Radio girls sit on the curb and scowl because they are too shy to start conversations. Radio girls need to get off their asses and finish that novel about the yellow brick road. Radio girls are on a road which is uncharted. Radio girls work with deliberate care to arrange the right soundtrack that will follow them everywhere. But radio girls do not have free hearts. They are leashed to their hearts. And when they see their hearts walking up the sidewalk, one of them turns sideways under the overhang and closes the door without looking back once. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Some people applaud for poetry. Venus. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I'm just teasing you. I forgot to mention I'm wearing floral. I've been celebrating floral spring lately. So here's another poem with a David Bowie connection. This is called The Dandelion Gatherer. I just saw my first dandelions blooming today. And this poem came out of an exercise where you were writing some things and some other things. And then at one point, you had to borrow a line from a song. See if you recognize the line from the song. Dandelion greens taste bitter, but their yellow pollen also has a flavor. Each spring, my fingertips turn gold from deflowering their astringent sun-soaked tufts, mashing them with water, sugar, lemon, tannin. Do you like girls or boys? It's a time-consuming process. I was sorry one year when the yeast didn't take. Instead, I had pretty liquid candy, glassful after glassful, with no kick. See? They're clapping. They're clapping over there. Okay, let's see. I know, you can't have, I was about to say you can't have too much poetry. Actually, you can have too much poetry. So here's another Bowie reference poem that I think you'll get. It's called December 1967. So it's a little out of season. What you loved most about the Christmas tree was lying underneath it on your back. You loved staring through the branches at the colored lights made larger by their tin reflectors and short bristling needles sprucing up the house with outdoor smells. Calmed while loud voices floated over you, invisible small child beneath a tree. When you weren't underneath the tree, by its picture window, you fiddled with the pixie angel made from green pipe cleaners and the clown, tufted red and white, flying them from tree to windowsill and cave beneath the radiator where the cat would hide. Better not to make noise, not be spied. You learned how not to be an obstacle, how to clean a room, leave no trace of yourself, how to hide and sink into a book. You watched the images of space, the final frontier, and later listened to the songs of Major Tom, the one who floated far above the world and found his own place in the starry, lovely lights. I have another poem with a David Bowie reference in it, but I'm not going to read it because I read it like at one of our last couple of ones. I haven't been keeping good track of those things, but I am trying to not repeat because, you know. Yeah, the effect a fireplace has on a cat is just truly astounding, right? Okay. So, I think I think I'm just going to do one more if that's okay with you. I mean, tell me if you want more, but I think this will be it. So when we go from David Bowie to a poem about singing, it's called That Singing Voice. In the hall, notes sound, and artists and writers, musicians and lawyers, shop runners, carpenters, bikers, bartenders, grandmothers on dates, rail trimmers and benders, all the ones who wish they could sing like that, stop. All the talk stops, all the place listens. All hear the deep well of voice filling up space, up 40 feet. It touches the fixtures, it smokes the tin ceiling. Each longing ear hears a song that flows upward and vibrates a breastbone, a wing bone, a wishbone. Each longing body that cannot move like a bird still shudders and opens for air, wings expanding the chest, building a timbre, a forest, a cradle. Each longing vessel cleaves kinship to rivers that carve through the hardness, through granite, through sandstone, through layers of limestone, through shale, pushing aside all the riprap. Each longing creature, each not hollow instrument knows palpitations of sounds moving through, the shiver that lingers, that reshapes its refuge. Each person senses how wood feels when it becomes violin, oboe, the echo of space inside a guitar, sounding board, touching drum skin, all connected to ribs or a tibia turned into a flute, fingers all spreading, all bone, one way or another, all scaffold to shelter the invisible blossom, human and breaking and beating within. Thank you. And now, I don't know, is Anthony going to come up or is it Venus again? Anthony's making a motion. He's going to do it. Okay. Come on up here as you are like walking around. Is Anthony's like walking from the dining room and has to, because we have equipment in the way. I'll just say this is Anthony Ceballos. He's allowed to be here with us tonight because he lives here. He works at Birchbark Books. He is a poet. He's in the MFA program at Randolph. He is a former Loft series mentee. And I think has won other awards that I keep on forgetting what they are. But anyway, and he's gotten published more than me already, I think. So anyway, please welcome to the stage in front of the fireplace where it's kind of hot, Anthony Ceballos.
Hello. This is called Lament. Mother broken in a cupboard. Father resting peacefully in a drawer. Son sealed away in a bottle set to shore. Sister drives by in a beat-up white car. Sister prays to God for a little more money. Brother says, hey sister, you look like mom in the 90s. Grandma makes fry bread for her boys in heaven. Saves a piece for grandpa on the other side of town. Grandbaby still smells it through an open bedroom window. Cousin, dead when the car flipped over. Cousin with a baby on the reservation. Cousin can't remember what they look like anymore. Uncle found dead in a Duluth hotel room. Uncle saves nephew with $100. Nephew learns the words nitroglycerin, help. How they roll off the tongue as in not enough nitroglycerin. He had a heart attack. As in, uncle, I'm poor, need a new ID, need to get through the month, please help. Lament the broken family. Lament the burning photo album. Lament the emptied storage room. Lament the hollowed out house, the 7th floor apartment. Lament the broken water pipe, the chopped off hair. Lament the forgotten clothes. Lament the cracked TV, the books never read, the jewelry worn once. Lament the cup of coffee and pan of goulash on the stove. Lament the scenes you can't remember, the world you're starting to forget. The final poem that I have is called, so far anyway, is called To Start Somewhere. You have to start somewhere. Perhaps the basement where your father broke his neck. Perhaps on the couch in the living room where your mother drank herself to sleep almost every night when you were a child. Perhaps your grandfather's funeral, the one you missed, only now do you regret not going. Perhaps even in your own grave, or between the pages of a family photo album, but you have to start somewhere. The scene that feels like thorns embedded in your tongue. Perhaps you swallowed a hornet. Your words its nest, how the fluttering little creature delights in your sudden lack of oxygen. Perhaps it starts on the verge of freezing to death, your bones in winter, a shiver, 70-degree body temperature, corpse ready to be found, wrapped in wolf skin. Perhaps it starts abandoned in a sewer, piss, shit, acid, broken glass, aluminum cans. The only place it can start, the filthiest place, the loneliest place, the last place you think to look, but it has to start somewhere. Thank you. Be well and do take care of yourself.
Um, um, 'cause I'm trying to think of too many things right now. Yes. Venus to Mars, my band is All the Pretty Horses. Venus to Mars and All the Pretty Horses. Um, I'm going to read a little bit from my memoir. It's a work in progress memoir that I'm building, and I have something picked out that I'll do a song and then I'll read from that. Um, let's see, what song should I? Let's see. How much time do we have? I'm just going to time it. 19, 20 minutes? Okay, then I'm going to do this song. So this song is also off of 10 Bones. I have a few more that I'm going to do off of 10 Bones, and then a couple other extras, but I might have to do those on the second set. But I'll do this one, and then I'll read from the memoir. And I'll set that up a little bit. So here we go. And then this is, it's a cover, and it's what kind of inspired me to do acoustic things as a recording, which turned into Flesh and Wire, which is my album after 10 Bones. So here we go. Hello, is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me. Is there anybody home? Come on now, I hear you're feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain, get you back on your feet again. Relax, I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you tell me where it hurts? There is no pain, you are receding. Distant ship smoke on the horizon, only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say. I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons. Now I've got that feeling once again. Can't explain, you would not understand. This is not how I am. I have become comfortably numb. I have become comfortably numb. Okay, just a little pinprick. There'll be no more. But you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up? I do believe it's working. That'll get you through the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain. You are receding. Distant ship smoke on the horizon. You're only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say. I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, and it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown, the dream is gone. I have become comfortably numb. 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 So that one I had an acoustic version worked up. I think the Patreon uh, stream starts at 9:10. So I think if we go over just a couple of minutes, we'll be okay. All right. So, since I've been visiting with a lot of people, Zoom wise, friends out in New York, I'm going to read this one. This is this chapter is part of it anyway. Is back in the at the end of the '90s, so it's a very different world, and even out there it was different. And I describe the area, which is nothing like this anymore. But back then, it was pretty desolate. It was a meatpacking district, and it was there was like it was pretty quiet and kind of undergroundy and rough. Now it's like you hardly even recognize it. It's so well. The last time, presently, probably not, but back when before COVID, it was very gentrified. So here we go. Friday, June 18, 1999. Navigating the wood ramp which spans between the cement of Chelsea Piers and Kaya's moored boat while it ebbs up and down over the glinting black waves of the Hudson River at 3 a.m. in heels while still drunk on maybe 4 scotches is a skill I am not aware I possess. Still, I make the distance and stand on its quite impressive, though somewhat worn and aged wood deck. And then there's the quiet. Well, quiet for New York. It's kind of incredible, especially the juxtaposition between this edge of New York warehouse desolation and the club/performance crowd's intensity we've just concluded. The difference thrusts a kind of calmness over me. Then there's the boat itself. It reminds me of those boats in old Popeye cartoons. The cartoons where Popeye dressed in the dark sailor suit, not the white sailor suit. The really old, all loopy cartoons where you can't understand fuck all what anyone is saying. And just so you know, those old tunes creep me out hard. But forget about Popeye. Forget about the creeps. Just think of those old boats, big hulled boats with a kind of little captain's house in the middle and a tiny fenced in cupola, or I suppose crow's nest, directly on top of it. And there's no hard lines anywhere, just long sweeping lines and round porthole windows, crazy wood framed and bolted together round porthole windows. Kaya's boat is like this. Old school crafted, not shiny new, all dark and sweeping and slightly beat up. Both decks are massive. The one I'm standing on and the one I move up to, front and back. They feel massive compared to any boat I've been on, at least. Walkable. Like backyard decks. One is set with lounge chairs and low tables, and I don't remember if this is the front deck or the back deck now, but I think stuck in the middle of the arrangement is one of those big sun umbrellas, or a sort of canopy, but maybe it just feels like one should be there, and I'm all wrong, 'cause it's 3 a.m., nothing but dark and stars above, so maybe I misremember this bit. The umbrella/canopy bit, because I only really remember stars. And I totally remember the lounge area because I'm sitting in the middle of it, head back and gazing up. Sitting here while everyone else wanders, Kaya, her partner Isla, Lynette, Scott, my manager, and Larry, one of my light and stage crew guys. And everything seems right, despite the growing credit debt. Despite having just overcome another bandmate change, Terica to Jen Dean on drums. Furiously, but frustrating, but my confidence sustains. Confidence because we are moving forward quickly. New York feels right. It validates us. The Minneapolis dismissal of the band as shtick is evaporating as our New York presence reflects back. We discover we fit quite well in this drag punk scene here, a combination of traditional drag and New York punk. There is nothing like it at home. And I'd only glimpsed it here over my previous travels. If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have known it existed at all. So little ever reaches in from either coast. And here's the cool part. Since I'm body evident trans and not drag, the audience sees us differently. Something new, but then again, not so much. There are plenty of fetish bands around, and the gender bending isn't unusual but but me, as an aggressively trans front person, all electric tape, pasty, topless, well, that pushes us past drag and squarely into a sort of glam punk fetish trans thing. We fit the scene, but we're not derivative. And I'm about wave rock to sleep sitting here in a lounge chair on the deck of Isla and Kaya's boat when Lynn shows up from behind the tiny house or from below deck or from somewhere whatever and tells me to get up because Isla and Kaya are about to give us a tour. Isla and Kaya are a couple. Kaya is trans. Isla isn't. We meet Isla during our previous New York gig 3 months earlier in March. Or Lynette does, and then me. 3 months earlier, we perform our debut Squeezebox gig at a club called Don Hills. Squeezebox being the name of a drag punk theme night. I target the place for us to perform in after networking around the city. On this debut March 12, 1999 Squeezebox night, we all network. Zag through the sweaty crowd, caught up in seduction and possibilities, and like smoke relaxes a bee, this thick club atmosphere of punk and glam, throb and sweat, it drifts tension away. Excitement and vibrancy seep to replace, like a dream unfolds, all fog and pulse. Patreon. Yes. Okay. So, I have been meeting with some friends who really understand writing and editing, and so what I'm reading is really rough and kind of condensed and not necessarily in the right order. Some chapters are better, some are not, and I'm slowly working to untangle that and get the pacing right and everything. So it's a huge learning thing. I haven't done this before, and it's a new thing it's a new form for me. So I'm playing with it, um, and I'm hoping that we get both of us. Lynette is working on her memoir too, about the same time period, 2 different books, and we're both hoping to have a manuscript finished in time to send it out somewhere in about a year, and then maybe a year of editing and fine tuning. So um, we're fingers crossed, depending on what goes on with COVID and how long it takes for everything to get back on track. But in the meantime, we're both trying to be creative. Yes, Patreon, and if you're not going to go to Patreon, I did list the tip options. If you feel like it, you don't have to. We're doing this because it feels good and creative and giving and important when we're all struggling and I know I've been going up and down with depression and isolation and all kinds of stuff, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. I know Lynette was just talking about it. Um, yeah, Lynette likes isolation. She's just depressed. So, um, but if you want to follow us over to Patreon, go. The link is down on the information underneath the video, and you can sign up unless you've already, if you're a patron already of mine and you're already set, just go over there. I'll have it set and starting around 9:10. We're just going to take a quick breather and then I'll get it set up. So you'll see it pop up on my feed there. Um, and if you haven't joined, think about it. It would be great. I do a bunch of fun stuff, and I talk to people, and there's all kinds of things I'm trying to do and be active there. And I've got more ideas to do more. So it's an idea. Anyway, I wanted to thank you guys all. Where is our cat? Oh, she's over here with. She's sitting with the Yes, come sit, come run up to the stage. She's sitting on there with the curled up with the ukulele right now. So here's all of us, and we're gonna wave, and then I'm gonna. That's that's the cat over there. Okay. Thank you. This is our household. Thank you for being here. We'll do this again in 2 more Sundays. So not next Sunday, but the Sunday after, we'll do another one. Oh, it'll be Mother's Day. Okay, we'll do a mother oriented thing. Okay, everybody, bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.